Hi guys, Amy here, also known as Hidden Treasure Picker here on YouTube. In case you're new to my channel, I'm a full-time online reseller. I sell mainly on eBay, and I also sell a little bit on Poshmark and Mercari as well. Today is Monday, November 21st, you guys. 3 days away from Thanksgiving. Can you believe it? I don't know where this year has gone. Anyway, I just wanted to do a what sold video for you guys today to show you what sold for us over the weekend. We have a total of 19 packages going out today, and I'm going to go over most of those sales with you. I think there's a couple I'll leave out because they were really low dollar, but I'll go over most of the sales with you guys so you can see what sold for us over this weekend. Okay guys, the first item is this little Scentsy wrap. This is a wrap for, I believe, like a Scentsy warmer or something like that. I don't know if you guys have heard of the brand Scentsy. They make a lot of, like wax warmers and things like that. I've talked about Scentsy before. I usually pick up a lot of Scentsy stuff because it's a pretty good brand with a decent following. Lots of people really like Scentsy. So this is just like a little wrap. So it's just kind of like a little decorative piece to sit around a Scentsy item. I don't wear like a candle, perhaps like a candle. It could sit around a candle as well, or a warmer, either way. But this one in particular has like a nativity scene on it. So good time of year for this, obviously, because, it's a Christmas themed. So this was not a surprising sale for this time of year. This is pretty much when I expected to be able to sell this. So we only paid $1 for this at a garage sale this summer, and it sold for $10 on eBay. All right, and then speaking of Scentsy, we also did sell this Scentsy warmer. So this is just like a wax melting warmer. Again, Scentsy is very popular. I usually pick up Scentsy things whenever I find them, especially like these full-size warmers. They tend to do pretty well. This is a cute one with just like some little flowers and stuff on it. I got this at a garage sale this summer for $4, and it sold on eBay over the weekend for $22.47. Okay, next we have this cute Snoopy garden flag. It's a really big one. It's like one of the large sizes. It's Snoopy, and he's just kind of like ice skating. I don't know if you guys can see this whole thing. It's pretty big, so it's kind of hard to, unfold the whole thing to show you. However, I got a few different of these large size flags at an estate sale this summer for $1 a piece. There was, I think, a couple other like Peanuts, Snoopy themed ones, and then a couple Halloween ones as well. And I believe I've sold at least one or two of the other Snoopy ones. And then this one sold over the weekend on eBay for $20. All right, then we have this little Vera Bradley change purse. It's kind of like a little change coin purse. Got this at our local thrift store for only $1. Vera Bradley does okay. I don't always pick up everything Vera. I think Vera Bradley used to do a lot better than it does now, but this looked cute and actually looks pretty almost new. I don't know that this was ever used. It's in really good shape. And to only have to pay $1 for it, I knew I'd be able to make something on it. So this wasn't a huge profit. Only sold this for $11.51. So again, not a huge profit. Probably making after fees and that dollar cost, I'd say we're probably still about at an $8 profit. So while that's not a huge profit, again, I will usually still pick up some things, not everything, but certain things that I think, are cheap enough, and I know most likely that they will sell, and that I'll at least make a few dollars profit. If it's something easy like this, I mean, there was really nothing to this. Took a couple pictures like on each side, took a couple pictures of the inside, listed it, not hard to list. The pattern was easy to find just using Google image search. That Google image search, by the way, is a good tool to use if you're looking for a certain pattern of something, or you're looking for an item that you don't know what it is, and so you are trying to do some research. Sometimes if you take a picture of the item, use Google image search, it will help you figure out what that item is. With things like that, when it has a certain kind of pattern and you want to be able to use those keywords in your title to help your item sell, You know, you could use Google image search for that as well. Usually you'll be able to find what you're looking for. So that's a good tool to have in a reseller's back pocket. So make sure to use that to help you out. So like I said, yeah, not a lot of profit, but this actually sold extremely quickly as well. I think this was only listed for a week or two. So honestly, not a long wait on that either. All right, the next item is this little Winnie the Pooh figurine. This is called Simply Pooh. I actually got a few different figurines by this Simply Pooh that were all Winnie the Pooh figurines. I got them all at the same garage sale for $1 a piece. This is the first one that has sold. But like I said, he was only $1 and he sold for $14. Again, not a huge profit, but I'm okay with that. Again, this was fairly simple to take pictures of and list. It has, you know, the brand name, the Simply Pooh, and it has, you know, the name of this particular figurine and everything like that right on the bottom. So that was really easy. Didn't have to do a lot of research or anything like that. He is, you know, probably breakable, so I'll have to be careful to bubble wrap him and get him shipped out correctly. But other than that, that's really most of the work that I'm probably going to put into it, is just making sure he's shipped safely. Other than that, wasn't really difficult. And like I said, I have two other figurines that are Winnie the Pooh as well that still need to sell. But I've already made, just in this one figure, the cost back plus plenty of all three. So, okay, then we did have a couple of Poshmark sales. I'm going to go ahead and jump into those now so that we can get those out of the way. So first was this little willow tree figurine. Again, willow tree is another one of those things that a lot of people collect, so it has a good following. I usually do pick up willow tree figurines if I find them cheap enough. Usually that means probably anywhere between like $1, $2, $3. I probably really wouldn't spend more on them than that unless it's a really special one that I've done comps on and have found that for whatever reason it will sell for a lot more money. I have sold actually nativity pieces before. I'm pretty sure it was pretty much the like set of like the 3 wise men and things like that. And they were like pretty much new in their boxes as well. Those ones in particular will sell for more. We did get good money off of those. That was, I believe, last year. And I think I did pay up a little bit for those at a garage sale. Probably somewhere between like 5 and 10. But if I remember correctly, they sold between like 40 and 50 or something like that. Don't quote me because I can't remember for sure. But usually the more basic figures like this, you know, will sell more between the 10, 15, 20, 25, depending on which one it is. Like I said, if you're going to pick things like this up, just look up the comps on them and see what that particular one's going for. If you can get really cheap, to me, I would say just pick it up anyway because you're going to make something on it. Again, though, depending on if you want that kind of business model where you're only making a few dollars profit, you may not want to do that unless it's something that you feel is more worth your time. For me, this is definitely worth my time. This we got at a garage sale for $2 and this sold on Poshmark for $12. Again, after Poshmark fees, we're probably making a few dollars, but I'm fine with that. Again, nothing complicated about taking a picture and listing this. I'll have to wrap it a little bit, but usually these ones aren't too breakable because they're made of like wood instead of like a breakable glass or ceramic or something like that. However, I'll still have to wrap her pretty well just to make sure that she gets there okay, but shouldn't have a problem. All right, then our other Poshmark sale was this women's belt. It's pretty cool. It has like these little hearts all around it. And the brand on this belt is 3D or Triple D. And it's kind of like a Western style type belt. And like I said, this one is a women's. Got this at a garage sale this summer for $2. And this one sold on Poshmark for us for $20. Okay, now we're back to our eBay sales. So this next sale was this pair of women's sandals. They're just little thong sandals. And they are by UGG. I'm sure you guys have heard of UGG. They're more well known for their suede sheepskin lined boots. That's probably what they're best known for. In a couple of my recent What Sold videos, I've sold some UGG boots. I sold some ones like that, like the sheepskin lined. And I also sold like a tall riding boot that's a little bit different than their normal, what they're known for as well. But they also make, obviously, sandals. They make sneakers. They make all kinds of things. So these little sandals here, like I said, just some little basic flip-flop or thong sandals by UGG. These we paid $4 for at our local thrift store, and they sold for $20. Okay, then we have this little Bath & Body Works aromatherapy spray. This is like a vintage one. This is not a current Bath & Body Works type item. You can tell, if you know anything about Bath & Body Works, I could tell right away by like the labeling and stuff like that. This is not anything current at all. This is definitely a vintage Bath & Body Works item because they don't have anything that looks like this now. This is Ylang Rose, and it's pretty much a full bottle. Found this at a garage sale over the summer for $2. And this sold on eBay over the weekend for $19.98. Okay, next we have these little heels by Vince Camuto. I don't really know that much about this brand. I've heard some people say the brand is good. Some people say the brand is not good. I feel like it's one of those things. And I had never really bought it until more recently. I've bought a couple different pairs now. These ones did not do as well as I hoped that they would. I think the first pair I bought did sell a little bit better. But for whatever reason, these ones just didn't do as well. We paid $4 for these at our local thrift store, and we ended up taking a best offer on them for only $17. Okay, the next item is this little men's cap. It's just kind of like a beret, or I'm not even sure what kind that you would describe this as. I do not remember what we described it as in our listing. However, this is a little cap by Kangol. I had never heard of this brand until I found multiple hats like this at my local thrift store, all by this brand, and I looked it up and saw that it did pretty consistently well. So you'll probably remember in our recent What Sold video, I sold another one of these hats. So this one sold this weekend. It's a 100% wool hat, and we paid $3 for this at our local thrift store. And this one sold over the weekend for $19.98. Next are these pair of women's Dansko shoes. Dansko. This is a pretty popular brand. Also, these do really well. I think a lot of nurses wear these kind of shoes. And things like that. So Dansko is a pretty decent brand to look out for. Just always make sure you check for dry rot, because apparently Dansko is well known for that. If the shoes sit around a long time, they can get dry rot in the soles. So you just want to kind of try to bend the sole and make sure it doesn't crack. Obviously, this doesn't even have really a lot of bend to give. But you have to just try your best, because you want to make sure that it doesn't crack. Because if it does, then it's dry rotted, and you don't want to sell that, because you will have all kinds of issues, complaints, and return requests, or just a simple refund request. So always make sure you check Danskos when you pick them up. I normally don't have much of a problem with them, but I have heard other people talk about having lots of issues with them. So I always do double check them just to make sure that they seem okay. So this pair of Danskos I got at the Goodwill outlet, the Goodwill bins, where you buy everything by the pound. And so these cost me just a little over $2, like $2 and some change based on the weight of them. And these sold on eBay over the weekend for $25. Okay, and then we have another belt. This one is a men's belt. This is just a brown leather men's belt. This is by Lucky Brand. Lucky Brand can do okay with certain items. Not everything, not every Lucky Brand item is good, but I've had pretty good luck with like the men's belts and things like that. So This we only paid $2 for at our local thrift store, and this sold for $22.50. Next is this women's shirt. It's kind of like a Hawaiian themed button-up shirt. This is by the brand Hilo or Hilo Hattie. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. This is the first time I've ever found this brand. I have heard lots about this brand before from other resellers. This is my first time ever finding this brand. I got this at Goodwill for about $5. And I actually just got this like not even 2 weeks, like a week and a half ago. Listed it last week and it sold. So it sold fairly quickly as well. So this, like I said, paid about $5 for it at Goodwill, and this sold for us over the weekend on eBay for $29.97. Okay, next we have another belt. This is another men's leather belt, and this one is a Harley Davidson leather belt. So this was pretty cool because not only is the belt Harley Davidson branded, it also has this cool Harley Davidson belt buckle attached as well. When I saw this at the thrift store, I thought this was super cool. I'd never found anything like this before, but I always do pick up Harley stuff pretty much no matter what it is, and pretty much anytime I find it, unless it's, you know, ridiculously overpriced. So I found this belt and thought this was super cool. Grabbed it without any hesitation. Paid $3 for it at the thrift store, and this sold on eBay this weekend for $32. Next we have this men's like cardigan sweater. Nice, thick, heavy cardigan sweater. This is by Banana Republic. One of the only reasons I picked this up is because it was brand new with tag. Because I don't normally pick up a lot of other Banana Republic items. It's just not... I don't feel that it's necessarily a Bolo brand, but certain things can do okay. This, like I said, this seemed like a really nice sweater. It was really thick and heavy. It was brand new with tags, a decent size at an extra large. And when I looked up comps, I thought that it could do fairly well. And so I paid about, I think this was either $3 or $4 at my local thrift store. And we sold this over the weekend for $46. So that's a really good flip. Okay, and then the last item that I'm going to share with you guys today was this hunting hat by CC Filson. If you guys have never heard of CC Filson, that is an absolute great brand to be on the lookout for pretty much anything. There's, you know, other kinds of clothing. There's hats. CC Filson has a lot of items, and it's an expensive brand and it has a really good resale value. So I found this, and this was the first time I ever found Filson as well. I had actually never found Filson before. So that was another, you know, new brand for me to be able to find. I'm excited that I've been finding some new brands lately. I mean, they're brands that I've been on the lookout for a long time and have just never managed to find. So this was pretty exciting when I found this, and the fact that I only paid $3 for this at the thrift store was exciting as well. So this sold on eBay for us for $45. So some CC Filson stuff I know can go even higher than that. Again, this is the first time I found anything by Filson, and this is right around where the comps were. I had this priced at $50, and I ended up taking a best offer. Well, actually, I got sent a best offer, I think, of $40 or $41, and I countered him with $45, and he took it. So I was happy with that still, because most of the sold comps, when I looked it up, were around $40 or so. Some as high as probably around $50, some as, you know, low probably as like $30. So to take $45 for it, I was definitely very happy with that. So yeah, I mean, I'll be on the lookout still for anything Filson, and you guys should be as well. Okay, guys, that's it. Those are all the items that sold for us this weekend. Like I said, there's a couple of very small dollar item exceptions that I'm just going to skip over because I just don't feel that they're worth going over in this video. It's literally only a couple of items. So I'm going to go get off of here and get all this stuff packed up, get it to the post office, get some more reselling work done today, you know, picture taking, listing, all the fun things that are part of the everyday life of a full-time reseller. If you liked this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up. That will help my video out a lot. It will help my channel out a lot. If you want to keep seeing more of my videos, make sure you subscribe, and that way you can know every time I post new content. Other than that, you guys have a great day. If I don't talk to you before Thanksgiving, have a great Thanksgiving and keep on hunting for that hidden treasure.